Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
Y acabamos donde no queríamos estar. En la cabaña. Muy bueno, si venimos a este vídeo. Aquí serán. Oigo pisadas. Oh, vale.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Claro. ¿Por qué no? Sigue el Dr. Hartman.
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
En ese momento dije que era la... Pensaba que estábamos en la cabaña en la que residía, ¿no? Alan y su mujer, pero no. Estamos en un sitio peor, en el sitio de este tío. ¡Qué guay! A ver a dónde nos lleva este tío.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you.
Joder, nos lo acaba de resumir un poco... Pues todo lo vivido hasta el momento. Entonces, ¿ha muerto realmente Alice? No, no puede ser. Tú formas parte de los malos y yo lo sé. Doctor Harbant.
We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Sí. Anda, un reloj de sol. Qué chulo. De momento no me dejes inspeccionar otras habitaciones.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming.
Qué curioso.
I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me.
Ojo que viene la tormentita.
Is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the
obviously
one
loved
trying
his
to
own
bring you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed
madly
for
inside
yourself.
my head.
But I
I
can't
dug my
do
nails
it
into
by
the palms of my
myself.
hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept
El tío está ahí con la palabra a tope, ahí, dale, que te dale, que dale, que te. Pero no va a jugar con nuestra mente, no.
Come along. Let's go inside.
Así que lo que me esté diciendo el doctor nos entra por un oído y nos sale por el otro. What the fuck?
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Scary.
Se parece un poco trastornado
Emerson,
por la oscuridad.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay. Sorry. Boo.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on
Elbow
video
strike.
games.
Ooh, yeah.
It's trash, of course, but it does
I'll get
involve
him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You
Y tú, amigo, estás igual que el otro, ¿no?
As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Bueno, algún que otro fallito. Ver. Bienvenidos a la clínica de Cauldron Lake. Aquí podemos darle la ayuda especializada que necesite. Sin embargo, debe cumplir estos requisitos. Pide a sus familiares y amigos que concierten citas para visitarlo. así no interferirán con su terapia y o periodos de creatividad. Debe respetar las necesidades de privacidad y espacio vital del resto de los pacientes, especialmente durante sus procesos creativos. No tenga prisa, nuestros pacientes suelen padecer problemas creativos a largo plazo que no se solucionan en un día. Tome el tiempo necesario. Tenga en cuenta que recibirá voluntariamente un tratamiento específico para su problema, la terapia del compromiso y su método asociado. El flujo son más eficaces cuando es usted quien le da forma y los conduce. Si tiene cualquier duda, no duden en hacérnoslo saber. Ok. Vale. Quita, tío, que no sé si estás malo.
My rheumatism's killing me.
A vosotros os recuerdo.
Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Yeah.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we'd forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Más cositas para leer,
My head was
interesante.
burning up. Or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Eso parece, a ver, la escritura y el ayudante de Thomas Zane.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words.
Tom, got any booze on you?
Yeah, no.
We have a stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other rider.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
Vale.
So tired. Built the farm close to the lake. A place of power.
Pues por lo visto, como dice el viejo, este lugar es un lugar muy especial, claro. Todo por culpa de la vieja esta. Y la señora de las bombillas quiere que preguntemos por ella. Parece que tiene mucha idea de, como ya dije en los anteriores vídeos, parece que tiene algo que ver, mucho que ver, mejor dicho. Vuelve a tu habitación. Seguro que en el transcurso de volver a nuestra habitación se va a apagar todo. Bueno, entre la oscuridad y todo esto, ahora viene la tormenta. Van a dejar el escenario bastante interesante.
Why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the room a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Ya, y este quiere que siga escribiendo. ¿Para qué? Para seguir con la historia y... o entregársela a la señora esta. Pero bueno, como decía...
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Exacto. Eso es lo que más o menos intentaba decir. Nos está engañando, usando para seguir con la historia. No sé por qué hay códigos QR por ahí, pero bueno. Seguro que será algo para escanear con el modelito esto. Este termo me lo llevo.
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
Claro, esa es la cuestión. Queramos o no, hay que seguir el juego al...
I mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Tarde o temprano lo vamos a encender. Wake.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Ese Thor y Odin la están liando. La están liando buena. Night Springs. Nada, podía entrar por aquí. Creo que sí, machote.
We're on a comeback tour, baby.
Página de manuscrito. Barry en la clínica.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Vaya.
Hammer's Way will have its say. Rise up in their name.
Vámonos de aquí. Vámonos de aquí.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. And if she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office wing from Sinclair.
Coge la llave del ala de oficinas.
The backstage is all yours, Tom. Seize your destiny.
La que le daba la...
Come out and face the music, Birch. It's time to
I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Come out and beat our wrinkled adult diapered asses for us, since you're so tough.
Vale, el despacho del Hartman este.
We were on the road, man.
Vamos a recuperar lo perdido.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Hostia, pues inevitablemente hay que escuchar esto.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me. At least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes, and I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Bonito cuadro. ¿Qué cojones? Alguien ha pintado a los poseídos. Sé que había un tío ahí afuera, bueno, un señor creo, que estaba ahí en un... pintando unos cuadros. Tenía que haber ido ahí a ver si me decía algo, no sé, algún comentario. Este manuscrito. Mott le falla a Hartman.
Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days. less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Maldito Hartman, ya sabía yo. Ya sabía yo. Vale, sigamos con el...
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Están todos confabulados.
Oh, that's how you want to play it? Is that how you want to play it? Really? Okay, that's how we'll play it. It'll be hardball all the way, jerk.
No, coño, que es Barry.
I'm willing to forget the whole thing if you let me out now.
Ya estamos aquí.
Barry? Ow! About time!
Barry, man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Alan. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Ouch. Sí, eso sí que le va a doler. A ver. Ahí está. Todo el manuscrito.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Ah, era lo que teníamos, claro. Qué cabrón el Hartman.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Madre mía, sí que está cabreado.
The dark presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
Lo siento, pero ahí no pienso entrar. Abre la maldita puerta. Cagüen. Ay, por aquí no. Vale, ya lo entiendo. Por arriba. Venga. Así. Para limpiar un poco todo. Otra vez. Vamos. Hay que dar hasta que lo limpie todo. La puerta ya está libre, creo. La misión de Hartman. Hartman ve caer a Wake.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
No sabía que había pillado dos manuscritos. A ver el otro.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front, and he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Y ya está, ¿no? Vale. Me cago en todo, pero que está atrás. Tía. Creo que eso me quiere matar. Esto está cerrado. A la cuenta de 3. Y ahora. Corre, corre, corre. Venga, hombre, ¿en serio? Como no podía ser tan fácil todo. Au. Vale, tengo que hacer que lo rompa. Ya te he pillado. Ya te veo, Barry.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al.
No.
Oh God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Mi madre. No me digas. Vale, hay que dar la vuelta. O sea, hay que ir por aquí. Atraviesa el jardín. Estupendo. Y no es un jardín cualquiera, es un jardín laberíntico. ¿Y qué tienes que hago, Barry? Atentos, atentos. Serás cabroncete. A ver, otro manuscrito. Wake ve el escenario de los All Gods of Asgard.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Parece que los hermanos Thor y Odín nos van a ayudar o van a hacer algo. Ya lo sé, Barry. Hostia, qué hijo de... Hostia, casi me pilla. Casi me pilla. Ah, bueno. Como no podía faltar el hermano mayor. Odio los jardines laberínticos. Vale, munición de revólver todavía tenemos y bengala también. Malditos pájaros. Amigos, ¿no podemos hablarlo un poquito? Un poquito de cegada, sí. Muérete, pesado. Más me han jodido la bandada de cuervos que el tío este. Hostia. Me acabo de ahorrar una bengala, pero... Hay que estar muy atento a todo nuestro alrededor. Escopeta, vale. Y una página de manuscrito. Mota al mando.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Ni idea de quién es Mott, pero... parece otro tío que va a involucrarse en todo esto. Vale, punto de control alcanzado. Sigamos. Esto tiene pinta de que no va a terminar tan rápido. A ver quién sale por aquí ahora. ¡Hostia! Ah, vale, que son varios. Pero qué falso. Bonito cuchillo que llevan, ¿eh? Me quedan 8 balas de revólver. Otra bengala aquí. Página por aquí. Un poseído ataca a Barry.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Hostia. Posiblemente perdamos a Barry. Emil made Tom do it. Emil hizo que Tom lo hiciera. Ah, menos mal, balitas. Más balitas. Ojo. Cabronazos. No sé si preferir a los grandotes o a estos rápidos. La verdad que los rápidos estos te meten cuchillada, pero en un momento. Dale, más munición. Más bengala. Más de todo. Cuando eso pasa, no puede ser bueno. Casi alcanzo a Berry y me dejo esto. Casi. Hartman, novelista, Wake.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Yeah. Berry, amigo mío.
Al! You're alive!
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry.
No, de otra vez nada. Ábrela, coño.
It shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, Barry! I'll find it, don't worry about it!
Te voy a matar, Berry. Bueno, ha llegado el momento de usar la bengala.
Barry, I'm on it! I'm on it! It's gotta be here! Just hang on, Al!
Hostia, ten cuidado. Bandadas. Serás imbécil. Maldito Berry.
Here it is! Al, I found the key!
Hostia, pero qué. ¿Lo tienes? Dime que sí.
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
A este sitio parece de vacaciones nunca más.
I'm
crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest...
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. You just need to find it.
Look out!
Te voy a matar, Barry. Aprenda a conducir.
I
Perfecto.
lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Nuevamente en el bosque. Como nos gusta estar en el bosque. Vale.
Barry!
Busquemos a Barry, a ver.
Man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! And don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that. Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Al, there's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Oh, yeah!
Barry, are you all right?
I'm good, Al. I'm great. Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
No te vengas arriba.
You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al. I'll be waiting.
Joder, hasta ahí tenemos que ir.
Just wait for me, okay?
Al, I'm not staying here. It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
No te preocupes, Barry, voy en un momento. Ahora es cuando saltaría, pero... ¿Qué va? Eso no es buena idea. No sé, que querramos morir en un momento. Vale, pues de momento no creo que nos ataquen. No tenemos ni linterna ni armas. Lo único que tenemos son cuervos. Como siempre. Mierda. Espero que por favor... No. Ah, bien. ¡Uy! ¡Dios! Corre, corre, maldita sea. No tenemos nada para defendernos. Mamá. Únicamente tenemos esto. Ah. No te apagues, no te apagues, no te apagues. Ay. Joder, mira que dejaron un manuscrito aquí al fondo del todo. Walter en la granja Anderson.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Ahora solamente toca salir de aquí en paz. En paz mis huevos. Ah, bueno, espérate. Au. No me dejáis ni pillar el termo siquiera, Dios. Joder. Me van a matar. No, hasta que lo revive todo. Te gustan los árboles.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Era para encender la bombilla, ¿cuál es? A ver, Nightingale arresta Wake. Episodio.
Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest. I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
Dale. Puerta destruida. Espero que no haya nada ahí al fondo.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Vale, ya tenemos nuevamente la linterna. Trust no one in the dark. Pero el problema está que no tenemos una pipa. Oh shit. Corre pero ya la luz. No. Amigo, ¿podemos hablarlo? Corre, maldita sea, corre, corre. Ay. Ah. Joder.
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
En serio, para bajar de este maldito lado, hay que dar un vueltón, pero... Nice. Pilas de litio, termo de café. Vale. Volvemos a tener la linterna más larga.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
¿Será Barry o alguien más? Bueno, sigamos. Por nuestra parte sigamos caminando con cuidado. ¿Tú otra vez?
Trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
La presencia oscura desatada.
The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Vale, un poquito de bengalas. Cuidado, estos son trampas de osos. Para aquí por ahí. Y cabrones han colocado esto por todas partes, chaval. Otra vez, no. Casi.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Take our feeling that vale, munición escopeta. Directamente munición de escopeta, ojo. Ni siquiera me dan la munición de pistola. Ahora tenemos 14. Página de manuscrito. Y los pacientes escapan de la clínica.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before.
Los dos veteranos. Vale, a ver, hay una... termo por ahí. Venga. A dormir. Sigue habiendo todavía trampa de osos, hay que tener cuidado. Y hay algo aquí. Vale, quiero la granja que está por allá. ¿Cómo no? Más trampitas. De aquí vienen. Cuidado con la trampa. Maldita sea. No puede ser. Tío. Hostia. Uf. Joder. Tengo que llegar ahí. Venga, a mí. Se van en un momento. A ver, no es que quiera volver, pero es que había visto, no sé si era una trampa o una página de manuscrito. Estaba por ahí. Cachis.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Please! What are you? No! Don't! I'm sorry!
Eso venía de arriba, ¿verdad? Mujer.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
Bueno, eso no... Adiós, amigo. Pues tienes aquí al prota. Sí. Alan es el que ha escrito la historia. Esta puerta se ha abierto sola.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
O sea que también en la historia involucró al ¿cómo se llama? Al que nos estaba dejando las páginas. Hints. Al submarinista este. Porque como alguien dice, todo lo que esté pasando es tal y como lo está escribiendo él. Cojones. Mierda. Está cerrada la maldita puerta. Amigo. Ay. Te quedo. Cambia la escopeta.
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
No, este es el que le mató. Hemos casado al culpable. Danny. Bueno. Tú que quería yo salir por aquí, va y me cierran. Pues nada, habrá que salir por donde nos ha abierto el compiste.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Pues dicho y hecho, nos toca pillar la... Hostia. Vale, pero antes... Pintura amarilla. Una caja de suministros. Vale, tengo 2 bengalas para áreas. Una granada también de área. Y 4 bengalas. Vale, está mal. Y estoy escuchando a alguien suspirar. Sí. Estoy escuchando. De acuerdo, a ver, no me dejo nada por aquí. ¿Algún termo o algo? Sí. ¿Cómo? Ah, está, joder. Ni se veía. Hartman piensa en Motivate.
For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
Vale, pues sí, ya está. Ahora sí que sí. Vamos a la granja.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Joder. Ya empezamos con los termos que me obligan a bajar del coche. No sé cuánto durará este paseíto con el coche, pero bueno, espero que sea breve. Queda la posibilidad como que poder ir por aquí y moverte, ¿no? Mira, ves, hay una flecha ahí. El problema está que vienen los cabrones estos. Ah, vale, que suena cuando cuando bajo del coche, ¿no? Qué cabrones. Vale, está aquí esto. Vamos a pillarlo rápidamente. Y aquí no hay nada, ¿verdad? No, vale. De cosas que hay que investigar. Bueno, nos permite el juego investigar por aquí. Seguro que aquí, es verdad, hace ya un buen rato que no escuchamos la emisora de nuestro amigo este. Me pregunto si estará bien. Ojo, ojo.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give them a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
Pues el anciano este parece que sigue sigue activo. Vale. Pues hemos cambiado la escopeta por el rifle. Que recordemos que el rifle creo que mete muchísimo más. Y a larga distancia. Hablando de... Despacito, despacito. Joder. Bip. Creo que va a ser una pérdida de tiempo. No sé si entra por ahí. Sí, tiene pinta de que ir ahí a pata. Paso, paso. Me faltaba. Vale, punto de control. Estamos llegando a la granja. Por aquí no. Sí, no, por aquí. Tanto campo. Hay algo por ahí. Sí, hostia. Más suministros secretos. A ver qué nos dan por aquí. Hola. ¿Qué hija ni qué hija? Venga.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
God damn.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Thompson.
Shut up and shoot!
Bueno.
We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stocked! Al, hold on! I'll try to get the stage lights on!
Dale, dale.
Wiring! Hang on out! I'll get them working again, I promise!
Hay balas para todos. ¿Cómo no? Dejadme pillar las cosas, cabrones. ¡Bum! Oh yeah. Hay para todos. Ah, vale, es que esta es la escopeta tocha. La pilladita que le acabo de hacer ahí. Oh yeah. Para ti también. Perfecto. Joder. Que no paren las explosiones. Esto sí que es una fiesta.
Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Más granaditas de iluminación.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
Ya voy. Espérate que pille todo esto. Y a todo esto, no sabía que hubiese otra linterna. Espérate, a ver cómo se llama. Un reflector de alta resistencia. Joder. Yo que quería que esta era que la anterior era la última. Me equivocaba. Hostia. Manuscrito, ¿verdad? Sí. Mulligan cuestiona las órdenes de Nightingale.
Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think riders were particularly useful people, and a huge manhunt for one struck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie. It wasn't even clear what the man had done, except run from them at the trailer park. Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
Parece que la sheriff va a estar de parte nuestra, pero no porque le caigamos bien, creo, sino por las acciones que está haciendo ese Nightingale. Ese agente del FBI, bastante crecidito. Te sigo, Berry.
See, bestseller, no reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time.
Exacto.
We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
Vale. Berry, me imagino que a ti no te gustará el parkour. Así que nos queda solamente hacerlo nosotros. Está todo esto un poco extraño esto. Un campo tan grande. Me huele a gato encerrado. Ahora vamos a utilizar un poco las granadas cegadoras estas.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
It was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Vale, ahora bájale de aquí, Barry. Espérame. Ya podemos pasar.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
Un grande, Ozzy Osbourne. Otra leyenda del heavy metal. Va del rock. Me estoy pillando todo lo que veo.
Sleep. We all spend a third of our dreams in its soft embrace. Somewhere between fantasy.
Hey, remember when I got you that gig? Your first real writing job. What got you started? Was this one of your episodes?
Ya estaba tardando en encontrarnos siempre con el programita este.
The dream of dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready.
Oh, wow. Who's that?
You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys, and they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat...
Oh.
Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wait.
Estaba esperando a que terminase el capítulo y se ha cortado. ¿Se ha cortado o alguien lo ha cortado? Vale, busca la forma de atravesar el granero. Pues empecemos subiendo por aquí. Otro manuscrito por ahí. Los hermanos Anderson en los 70.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
Ooh.
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Estoy a tope. Está ahí el botón, pero primero, espérate, vamos a revisar por aquí. Old Scots of Asgard. Bueno, su tour de concierto del 75. Vale. Toma, hostia. No hay de qué. Ya pensaba que era uno grande. Aquí. Y uff, casi. Ah, que es un especial, hostia. ¿Tú quién eres? Estate quieto, estate quieto.
I think we can make it through here, Al!
Ten cuidado, Berry. No vaya a ser que te pille algo. Maquinarias. ¿Cómo no? Escopetita. Venga, déjate de saltar. Digo, de hacer el placaje ese. ¿Cómo diablos has pasado a ver por ahí?
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out of here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
Cuidado, Barry, no ese que te hagas daño. Ve a la casa de los Andersons.
The door was barred from the other side. I'd have to find another way.
Be careful, Al!
Gracias, mamá. Más munición de escopeta, que no falte. Vale, pues por lo visto nuevamente solito nos vamos. Joder, ¿es en serio?
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
Que nos pillan infraganti. Cabronazos estos. Venga, el siguiente que va a salir, que salga ya. No. Una radio. A ver qué nos cuenta el viejo de la estación de radio.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, you know, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, you know, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but... Definitely, Pat. Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, you know? Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat. Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
Escucho pisadas de aquí arriba. Luz, nuevamente. ¿Y esto?
could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Abre la puerta del silo Berry. Bueno, Barry, yo iré a abrirte. A ver si me dejan. ¿Es por aquí o por aquí? ¡Ah, mierda! Joder. No podía faltar. Amigos, justo estaba pensando en vosotros. Vamos. Por mí, como si te los arrollas a todos. A ver. Bueno, no sé si gastarme la escopeta en estos. Ven aquí, tío grande. Ven aquí. A ti te voy a dar mi mejor arma. Vale, creo que ya. A ver si puedo abrirlo desde aquí. O tengo que ir por aquí. Sí, por aquí. Aguántame, Henry, que ya llego.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me. Hang on. I'll try to find a key to get the door open.
I had to find a key to get Barry out.
A ver la llavecita. Que tiene que estar por aquí.
Hold up. Come on, this place is all dusty. You know I got my allergies.
No le he visto las llaves. Un poco rápido, ¿no?
Come on, Al, open the door already. Seriously, I don't like it in here.
Vamos a darle por si acaso.
Holy crap. I think I lost some body weight with that one.
Pensaba que iba a explotar eso, pero no, no explotó. Hello.
Hey, let's go, man.
Sí, estoy bien, Barry. Tú tranquilo, no preguntes. No me ha pasado nada.
I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy. Ah! Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Bienvenidos al Valhalla.
Come on, one more gig. Let's do this thing.
Una motosierra aquí. All gods know the truth. ¿Será que ellos son los que estaban dejando los suministros? Porque la señora de las bombillas creo que no. No creo que sea capaz de... Vale, no hay ningún árbol marcado ni nada por el estilo. Así que... por ahí nada, por ahí tampoco.
The lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
Busca el cuadro eléctrico.
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
Madre mía. Con todo este campo así libre, tienes para hacer ruido a máximo volumen. Coger termo de café. Ah, mira que está. ¿Tu termo de café? Tía. Primera vez que encuentro dos tan cerca.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Yeah, I don't think they keep too close an eye on them at the clinic. They seem to slip away a lot so they can get wasted.
No kidding. Those guys sound awesome. Come on, Al, let's get the lights on, huh?
Pero no sin antes el misterio de la semana perdida.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Joder.
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be... What's-her-face? The crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
Está repitiendo esa parte de la música como pista. Hostia, qué temazo,
Okay. We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
No sé si es buena idea emborracharse en pleno...
Seriously, I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Ellos tienen hasta su propia destilería y todo para hacer alcohol. Ay. Nuevamente estamos en la cabaña.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
Alice? Alice!
I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Beyond this lost memory, there was nothing. I had to follow the footsteps of my past self to find out what had happened that night. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crashed car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Estos son momentos en los que ni él recuerda.
And so she had me.
Alice!
Salvo ahora que lo estamos viendo desde otra perspectiva.
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her.
Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. No. I wrote it.
I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobwebs she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my art a long time ago. She looks so old.
I'd woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
Y ahí empezó. Ahora todo tiene sentido. Así fue.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Y tenía que aparecer Nightingale.